The Lord speaks. Chapter 38. Then the Lord spoke to Job out of the storm. He said, Who is this that obscures my plans with words without knowledge? Brace yourself like a man. I'll question you, and you shall answer me. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? Oh, what was its footing set, or who laid its cornerstone? While the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy. Who shut up the sea behind the doors when it burst forth from the womb? When I made the clouds its garment and left it in thick darkness, when I fixed the limits for it and set its doors and bars in place. When I said, This far you may come and no farther, here is where you proud waves heart. Have you ever given orders to the morning or shown the dawn its place, that it might take the earth by the edges and shake the wicked out of it? The earth takes shape like clay under a seal. Its pictures stand out like those of a garment. The wicked are denied their light, and their amazed arm is broken. Have journeyed to the springs of the sea, or walked in the recesses of the deep? Have the gates of death been shown to you? Have you seen the gate of the deepest darkness? Have you comprehended the vast expanses of the earth? Tell me if you know all this. What is the way to the abode of light? And where does the darkness reside? Can you take them to their place? Do you know the passes to their dwellings? Surely you know, for you were already born, you have lived so many years. Have you entered the storehouses of the snow, or seen the storehouses of the hail, which are reserved for times of trouble, for days of war and battle? What is the way to the places where the lightning is dispersed, or the place where the east winds are scattered over the earth? Who cuts a channel for the torrent of rain and a path for the thunderstorm, to water a land where no one lives, an uninhabited desert, to satisfy a desolated wasteland and make it sprout with grass? Does the rain have a father who fathers the drops of dew, from whose womb comes the ice? Who gives birth to the frost from the heavens, when the waters become hard as stone, when the surface of the deep is broad? Can you find the change of the Pleiades? Can you loosen Orion's belt? Can you bring forth the constellation in their seasons, or let out the bear with its cubs? Do you know the laws of the heavens? Can you set up God's dominion over the earth? Can you raise your voice to the clouds and cover yourself with a flood of water? Do you send the lightning bolts on their way? Do they report to you, Here we are? Who gives the ibis wisdom, or gives the rooster understanding? Who has the wisdom to count the clouds? Who can tip over the water yards of the heavens? When the dust becomes hard and the clouds of earth stick together, do you hunt the prey for the lioness and safety the hunger of the lions? When they crouch in their dens or lie in wait in a thicket, who provides food for the raven when its young cry out to God and wonder about for lack of food? Chapter 39. Do you know when the mountain goats give birth? Do you watch when the dog bears her fawn? Do you count the months till they bear? Do you know the time they give birth? They crouch down and bring forth their young. Their labor pains are ended. Their young thrive and grow strong in the wild. They live and do not turn. To let the wild donkey go free, who united its roof. I gave it the wasteland as its home, the salt flats as it is its habitat. It laughs at the commotion in the town. It does not hear a driver's shout. It ranges the hills for its pastures and search for any green things. Will the wild ox consent to serve you? Will it stay by your managers at night? Can you hold it to the pillow with a harness? Will it tilt the belly behind you? Will you rely on it for its greater strength? Will you leave your heavy work to it? Can you trust it to haul in your grain and bring it to your threshing floor? The wind of the ostrich flap joyful, though they cannot compare with the wings and the feathers of the stork. She lays her eggs on the ground and lets them warm in the sand. Unmindfully that a foot may cross them, that some wild animal may trample them. She treats her young harshly, as if they were not hers. She cares not that her labor was in vain, for God did not endow her with wisdom, or give her a share of good sense. Yet when she spreads her petals to run, she laughs at horse and rider. Do you give the horse its strength, or close its neck with a flowing mane? Do you make it leap like a crocus, striking terror with its proud snorting? It paws fiercely, rejoicing in its strength, and charges into the fray. It laughs at fear, afraid of nothing. It does not shy away from the sword. The quiver rattles against each side, along with the flashing spear and lances. It presently excitement, it eats up the ground. It cannot stand still when the trumpet sounds. At the blast of the trumpet, it snows, aha! It catches the scent of battle from afar, the shout of commanders and the battle cry. Does the hawk take flight by your wisdom and spread its wings toward the south? Does the eagle soar at your command and build its nest on high? It dwells on a cliff and stays there at night. A rocky crag is its stronghold. From there it looks for food. Its eyes detect it from afar. Its young ones feast on blood, and where the slain are, there it is. The Lord said to Job, will the one who contends with the Almighty correct him? Let him who accuses God answer him. Then Job answered the Lord, I am unworthy. How can I reply to you? I put my hand over my mouth. I spoke once, but I have no answer. Twice, but I will say no more. Then the Lord spoke to Job out of the storm. Brace yourself like a man. I will catch on you, and you shall answer me. Would you discredit my justice? Would you condemn me to justify yourself? Do you have an arm like God's, and can your voice thunder like this? Then adorn yourself with glory and splendor, and clothe yourself in honor and majesty. Unless see the fury of your wrath, look at all who are proud and bring them low. Look at all who are proud and humble them. Crush the wicked where they stand. Bury them all in the dust together. shroud their faces in the grave, then I myself will admit to you that your own right hand can save you. Look at Behemoth, which I made along with you, and which feeds on grass like an ox. What strength it has in its loins, what power in the muscles of its belly. Its tail sways like a saddle, the sinews of its fingers, ties are close knit. Its bones are tubes of bronze, its limbs like rods of iron. It ranks first among the works of God, yet its maker can approach it within his sword. The hills bring it their produce, and all the wild animals play nearby. On the lotus plants it lies, hidden among the reeds in the marshes. The lotus conceal it in their shadow. The poplars by the stream surround it. A raging river does not alarm it. It is secure, though the Jordan should surge against its mouth. Can anyone capture it by the eyes, or trap it and pierce its nose? Chapter 41. Can you pull in Leviathan with a fist hook, or tie down its tongue with a rope? Can you put a cord through its nose, or pierce its jaws with a hook? Will it keep begging you for mercy? Will it speak to you with gentle words? Will it make an agreement with you for you to take it as you are a slave for life? Can you make a pet of it like a bird, or put it on a leash for the young woman in your house? Will traders barter for it? Will they divide it up among the merchants? Can you fill its hide with harpoons, or its head with fishing spears? If you lay a hand on it, you will remember the struggle and never do it again. Any hope of subduing it is first. The mere sight of it is overpowering. No one is fierce enough to rouse it. Who then is able to stand against me? Who has claim against me that I must pay? Everything under heaven belongs to me. I will not fail to speak of Leviathan's limbs, its strength and its graceful form. Who can strip off its outer coat? Who can penetrate its double coat of armor? Who dares open the doors of its mouth ringed about with piercing teeth? Its back has rows of shield tightly sealed together. It is so close to the next that no air can pass between. They are joined fast to one another, they cling together and cannot be parted. Its snorting throws out flashes of light, its eyes are like the rays of dawn. Flames stream from its mouth, sparks of fire shoot out. Smoke pours from its nostrils as from a boiling pot of a burning lees. Its breath sets coals ablaze, and flames dart from its mouth. Strength resides in its neck. Dismay goes before it. The pearls of its breast are tightly joined. They are firm and immovable. Its chest is hard as rock, head as a low milestone. When it lies up, the mighty are terrified. They retreated before its thrusting. The sword that reaches it has no effect, nor does the spear or the dart of the javelin. Iron it treats like a straw, and bronze like rotten wood. Arrows do not make it flee. Sling stones are like a shaft to it. A cloth seems to eat but a piece of straw. It laps at the rattling of the lens. Its undersides are jagged, passed, leaving a trail in the mud like a tracing thread. It makes the depths churn like a boiling cauldron, and stirs up the sea like a pot of ointment. It leaves a glistening wake behind it. One would think the deep had white hair. Nothing on earth is its equal, a creature without fear. It looks down on all that are haughty. It is king of all that are proud. Then Job replied to the Lord, I know that you can do all things. No purpose of yours can be thwarted. You asked, who is this that obscures my plans without knowledge? Surely I spoke of these things I did not understand. Things too wonderful for me to know. You said, listen now and I will speak. I will question you and you shall answer me. My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes haven't seen you. Therefore I despise myself, and repent in dust and ashes. Epilogue. After the Lord had said these things to you, he said to Eliphaz the Temanite, I am angry with you and your 2 friends, because you have not spoken the truth about me, as my servant Job has. So now take 7 bulls and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job and sacrifice a burnt offering for yourselves. My servant Job will pray for you, and I will accept his prayer and not deal with you according to your folly. You have not spoken the truth about me, as my servant Job has. So Eliphaz the Temanite believed that the Shuhite and Yophar the Nahamite did what the Lord told them, and the Lord accepts Job's prayer. After Job had prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortune and gave him twice as much as he had before. All his brothers and sisters and everyone who had known him before came here and ate with him in his house. They comforted and consoled him of all the trouble the Lord had brought on him, and each one gave him a piece of silver and a gold ring. The Lord blessed the latter part of Job's life more than the former part. He had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 donkeys. And he also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. The first daughter he named Yeminah, the second Keziah, and the third Keren Hapuk. Nowhere in all the land were there found a woman as beautiful as Job's daughters, and their father granted them an inheritance along with their brothers. After this, Job lived 140 years. He saw his children and their children to the 40th generation. And so Job died, an old man and full of years. Amen.